Our Torah portion continues what we began discussing last week. Last week we discussed the Mishkan, the tabernacle, the different items in the tabernacle. This week we talk about the clothing, the uniforms that were worn by the Kohen, the priest, and the Kohen Gadol, the high priest, the clothing they would wear as they performed the service in the tabernacle. And of course, as we discussed last week, these are laws that don't apply today. We live in a world without a tabernacle, without a temple. But nevertheless, as we study these laws, we try to find ideas and ways that we can connect and relate to the ideas of our Parsha. So I thought I would share one such idea today based on the clothing of the Kohen Gadol, the high priest. As the Torah tells us that he would wear this cloak, and at the hem of the cloak would be little bells and pomegranates, so that a sound would be heard as he walked through the tabernacle. Now the commentaries offer different suggestions. Why exactly does the Kohen Gadol need to make a sound as he's walking through the tabernacle? And one of the suggestions is that the Kohen Gadol is entering the Holy of Holies. He is the only person who is entitled and privileged to enter the holiest place of the tabernacle. And before one enters a room, you need to knock. So the Kohen Gadol, he's not going to knock on the curtain. So instead he wears these little bells to show the proper etiquette that before entering the Holy of Holies, it's appropriate to announce his presence. And so too in our lives, before we enter someone's room, someone's quarters, we need to knock. We need to tell them that we're entering. I came across an idea today by Rabbi Ari Enkin where he points out, do you really need the Kohen Gadol? You really need the high priest to teach you such basic etiquette and common courtesy? I have a 5-year-old daughter. We try to teach her that you need to knock before entering a room. But is this a lesson that you need the Kohen Gadol, the high priest, to teach the Jewish people? It can't just be one of the regular laws of the Torah. And what Rabbi Enkin suggested, which I thought was a beautiful insight, is sometimes when someone feels that they're doing something holy, or you know that you're doing the right thing, that sometimes common courtesy and etiquette sometimes falls by the wayside. Sometimes you know I'm doing the right thing, and you forget about other people's feelings. You forget about how other people feel. You forget about the common courtesy and etiquette because you know I'm doing the right thing. And what the Torah is teaching us, that no matter how holy you are, even if you're the Kohen Gadol, the high priest, entering the Holy of Holies, you need to remember the ABCs of Judaism as well. That even when you have a holy pursuit and you are doing the right thing, it's important to remember common courtesy as well. It's important to remember to always be respectful for one another, and it's symbolized by this idea of knocking before entering a room. I wish you all, as always, a wonderful Shabbos.